Thank you so much for sharing all that information.
Thank
You
you.
covered a lot of topics there, so
Yes. Mm.
appreciated. So so we're going to begin the Q&A just real quickly. How would people get in touch with you?
Through through the Institute, they can call the Institute at 561-471-8876. I guess there's an 800 number. I don't remember. Do you remember, Kevin? No.
they were
Yeah,
gonna.
here you go. Here you go.
There we go. All right, perfect.
Yes.
And
Yes.
anyone interested in checking out Maria Clement's books, you can
Yes.
see what books she has out at the real truth the real truth about health.com's website under the bookstore, and then you can go ahead and purchase it over at Amazon or wherever else you suggest that people purchase your books. So for the audience, if you'd like to ask a question of Anna-Marie, you can go ahead and raise your hand in Zoom. We don't take questions from the chat. We did put the instructions about how to raise your hand in Zoom into the chat if you're not aware how to do that so far. So you mentioned epigenetics, and for many years, and I think it's still a very popular idea, we've been taught that genetics is the end all be all. And
Yeah.
sometimes we're told if we got high cholesterol or high blood pressure, that, did your parents have it? Oh, it's just genetics. Here's some medication to lower it.
Yeah.
What would people be surprised to find out is controlled through epigenetics, is controlled through environmental factors such as what we eat as opposed to genes? And what have you seen in your own experiences at Hippocrates?
Yeah, genes is about 5% of the problem. So 95 is epigenetic, and 95% is epigenetic. Only 5% is genetic. So, we've been concentrating so much on genetic, and people are living in fear. Oh, your mom had cancer. She had cancer. Oh, you're going to get it too. Absolutely not. That means that is my way of thinking, my way of living, my environment. Am I indoor all the time? I need fresh air. I need to open windows. I need to go outside. I need food that will invigorate my spirit and my body. It's we kind of in our society now, especially in Western culture, we live to eat. we gotta eat so we can live. So it's a funny way. It's all around eating. And here, for example, at the Institute, nobody's ever hungry. Nobody's hungry. They have so much of nourishment in the juice form, in the salad form, in the sprouts, of course, that is pure medicine, that they're not hungry. So, this overeating, overabundance that we somehow are entitled to, we kind of think that because we are entitled. Well, our bodies are not made like that. Our body still thinks as when we were nomads. I'll eat today because tomorrow I might not have any food. And that's the way that it thinks. So of course, I want you to eat meals every day, but you also need a day of fast. It's so amazing cleaning up the body, giving the body a break, giving the brain a break, and just helping to clean. It's rebuilding your system and cleaning.
And what have you seen as far as a reversal of disease one thing that people would be really surprised that we're told is genetics and destiny?
Well, I would say so many people are told that they have some special gene, like BRCA gene, let's say, and so mom and grandma had breast cancer, let's say that, and you have the BRCA gene. What if I change my lifestyle? And that only is 5% of my problem. Absolutely, I don't have to get any of that cancer. So, and some people they're born, the methylation process is not great for them, and they need help to digest better. B12, methylated B12 is absolutely important. And so we use supplements. Supplements is a part for sure of daily life because the soil is depleted, especially of selenium and magnesium and calcium. And, you know, the calcium we should really get from all the leafy greens and the grains and the sprouted seeds like sunflower seeds, sesame seed, pumpkin seeds. I mean, we definitely should get enough. But we do use a lot of supplements to help. And especially we have something called a core kit, and that's what everybody gets when they arrive here. And that is vitamin D and B12 and enzymes and chlorella, which is a green algae, and they get probiotic. So it's like the core that we ask everybody to take and while they're changing lifestyle and to keep going.
And the green algae, what is that for? Is that for?
So chlorella is amazing to level blood sugar balance, to give you extra, protein. And it is an amazing nourishment. It's a freshwater lake algae.
And you mentioned opioids in the food. What foods should we?
So there is unnatural opioids in processed food, like a lot of things. It's of course in most of the packaged foods, like the cookies and the chips and things like that. It's actually nanoparticles, so they're so tiny they don't have to be in the ingredients. They're not mentioned. So if you think what Coca-Cola once was, it was cocaine. Well, this is now going down to minor nanoparticles, but it's in. That's why you can't stop yourself. That's why you get so hooked that you can't wait to eat the next chocolate bar, the next ice cream. I mean, any processed stuff.
And when did opioids start getting put into our food system?
Oh, that I don't know. Maybe probably the last 50 years at least.
Okay, so this has been going on for a long time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So you talked about sleep and specifically the glymphatic system and detoxing. How do we ensure that we are getting that we're actually detoxing appropriately through our lymphatic system when we sleep?
The lymphatic system needs exercise. You stand on the trampoline if you have one. You eat well because it needs oxygen and nourishment. Your white blood cells are roaming around and the lymphatic system gets into the blood. Vascular system, of course, can go anywhere. But it is very important. Movement is important and probably as important as the food that you eat and the water that you drink, because the lymphatic system needs a lot of fluid to function well. If it's dehydrated, it's not going to do a good job.
Right. That's the lymphatic system. What about the glymphatic system when you're,
the lymphatic system needs the same. It needs fluid. It needs food. It doesn't, I mean, if I am eating things that are not organic, which means now I do get pesticides, I get bad hormones from that. It's going to definitely interfere with my glymphatic system, but I need to sleep for that to work, It's the sleep that makes that work.
And given the importance of sleep, what do people get wrong when, a lot of people complain of sleep issues and a lot of it's to their own making. What do people get wrong when
well, most of us go to bed too late. So we need to follow circadian rhythm. We need to be in bed by 9. And, it's tough. I know, because you have probably work you took at home, kids have homework. But we need to set a limit because we're just taxing our life and shortening. I mean, that just is not good for longevity, absolutely not.
And you talk about the oral microbiome. What are your thoughts on mouthwash? So
mouthwash, there are some healthy mouthwash. And, absolutely, you can use mouthwash, but it has to be, really good plant-based stuff. And I mean, good dental care is that I chew a lot of food that are raw, and that I don't eat absolutely dried fruits, tends to sit in your gums and putrefy there and make cavities. So when you eat, if you did eat that or you eat fruit, then floss and brush your teeth. Mouthwash is more for making sure pathogens don't take over. So it's not a bad thing, but I like water flush with the water pick is fantastic. And there are solutions that you can add that. The solution we carry is called PerioScript. Periodent has amazing toothpaste, and you know, but it really comes down to what I eat and drink at the end of the day.